Hey, I'm Isabel and I'm graduating from the School of Interactive Arts and Technology.
Hi, my name is Harvin Bethal. I graduated with a degree in communication and geography, and after 5.5 years, I finally finished my undergrad.
How does it feel to be graduating? It's super exciting. Still doesn't feel real, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. I'm super proud to, and I'm just really excited for the future.
I've met so many great professors in my program, so it's really difficult to just choose one. From communication, Dr. Ahmed Al-Rawi was my favorite. He was instrumental in me figuring out what I want to do with my career, and he's also one of the kindest educators that I've ever met and worked with.
So the first thing that comes to mind when I think about SFU, for me, is on Surrey campus, and it's the FCAT studios, and specifically Studio B and that big bright yellow wall.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of SFU is that it's the place where I discovered my academic self, where I learned to really appreciate academia and education as a whole.
One of the most memorable moments in my degree, I have a few, but I think like a lot of them tie to group projects in FCAT and definitely like working way too hard and way too long on them. I think one, me and my team, we were super invested in the course and loved our project, so we ended up pulling an all-nighter at the Surrey campus, and that was very exhausting, but like super memorable and really fun.
My most memorable moment at SFU wasn't necessarily a moment, but rather my entire time contributing, working, and hanging out at the peak offices with people that would eventually, become my great friends.
What I'm gonna miss about being a student, I think, is definitely like the change and fresh start that you get at the beginning of each semester.
I won't miss anything about being a university student yet because I'm still a university student.
So I'm really excited to share that I am going to be going to LinkedIn full-time after I graduate to work as a user experience designer in San Francisco.
I'm currently in the first semester of my master's degree at Concordia University in Montreal. I received a fellowship to attend their Digital Innovation and Journalism program. The industry I'm going into is dominated by white heteronormative individuals, and journalism needs more diverse voices throughout its ranks, especially in focus areas such as mine.
What would I say to my first year self? Definitely have more confidence in your abilities, but also just like do what you're doing. You're gonna be great. Have lots of fun, and it's gonna be really cool.
Something I would say to my first year self is to take it easy when it's time to take it easy, and to put the work in when it's time to put the work in, which is also what I would say to my fellow graduates for advice.
Advice for fellow graduates, I would definitely say like take a moment and be proud to be graduating. It's easy to kind of just graduate and move on to a job or looking for jobs or whatever's next, but like take the time because like it's a super great accomplishment. I would also say commit to like keep learning in your life. So just because you're graduating doesn't mean you can't keep growing and learning.
Our journeys have just begun, and there's no way we're gonna get through them happy and fulfilled without some sense of balance in our lives. We stress enough, and we don't have to worsen it by being our own worst enemy.